A ceasefire that isn't really a ceasefire. Right now, over 1 million Lebanese people remain trapped in limbo as bombs continue to fall despite a so-called truce. This is the humanitarian disaster the world isn't talking about enough. 2 months after a United States brokered ceasefire was supposed to end the conflict in Lebanon, the violence hasn't stopped. Israeli forces continue conducting airstrikes across Lebanese territory, while their troops occupy a strip of southern Lebanon. The Israeli military says they're targeting what they call Hezbollah infrastructure, systematically destroying homes and buildings in the areas under their control. But for the civilians caught in the crossfire, these distinctions mean little. Hezbollah hasn't backed down either. The militant group continues launching attacks against Israeli troops stationed in Lebanon and firing into northern Israel. What was meant to be a permanent cessation of hostilities has become something far more complicated, a low-intensity conflict that keeps entire communities in a state of perpetual crisis. The human toll is staggering. 1.2 million people, that's roughly 1 in 5 Lebanese citizens, have been forced from their homes. This isn't the first time Lebanon has been caught in the middle. The country has long been a flashpoint in regional tensions between Israel and Iranian-backed groups like Hezbollah. But this latest escalation follows the broader October 7 conflict that ignited tensions across the region. Lebanon, already reeling from years of economic collapse, political dysfunction, and the aftermath of the devastating Beirut port explosion, was in no position to absorb another crisis. The ceasefire agreement brokered by Washington was supposed to bring relief. It called for Israeli withdrawal and Hezbollah's pullback from the border area. Instead, both sides have accused each other of violations, and the fighting continues. For ordinary Lebanese families, the promises of peace have turned to ash. The International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies is on the ground trying to provide emergency relief. Their spokesman, Tommaso Della Longa, describes a humanitarian catastrophe unfolding in real time. Displaced families are crammed into shelters, sleeping in schools, community centers, anywhere they can find space. Many have fled their homes multiple times as the violence shifts and spreads. Food, clean water, and medical supplies are running critically low in affected areas. The international community has pledged aid, but the continuing violence makes delivery dangerous and unpredictable. Meanwhile, Lebanon's already fragile healthcare system is buckling under the strain. Hospitals are overwhelmed, and in some areas, medical staff have themselves been displaced. The psychological impact on children is particularly severe, with aid workers reporting widespread trauma among young people who've now experienced years of instability and violence. The ceasefire remains technically in place, but its violations have become routine. International observers warn that without genuine commitment from all parties, the situation could escalate into full-scale war once again. The United Nations and the United States are pushing for proper implementation of the original agreement, but diplomatic progress has been minimal. For the 1.2 million displaced Lebanese, every day without resolution means another day without home, without safety, without hope. Watch whether international pressure can force compliance, and whether humanitarian corridors can be established to reach the most desperate communities. Stay informed. Stay ahead. This is Viral News Hourly.